It's absolutely shocking to nobody that kids these days are hard to engage and that they have the attention span of like a squirrel. So I have 5 engagement strategies that I think you should try and see if they help increase engagement in your classroom. Strategy number 1 is mix, pair, share, and the way that I do it and the way that I've rolled it in my classroom is a little bit different than I think other people do. I have students say which songs that they're really interested in, and obviously if they're school appropriate, then I play them during the mix, pair, share. So I play the music, students mix around the classroom, then the music stops, they find a partner, they share, and then they return to their seat. It increases engagement. Students love listening to their little 30 seconds of their song, and it's getting them sharing collaboratively. Idea number 2 is heads and tails out. This is a strategy that's perfect if you have your students seated in teams, right? So if they're in teams, and how it works is you are literally gonna have your students put their heads in and their tails out. So for me, I had their knees on their chair. So they would put their knees on their chair, and then they'd all lead their heads in, and then you have one person start and it goes around the circle. This is good if you're like trying to get them to come to consensus, right, on an idea, and kids just like moving, doing the little activity, and it's kind of like secretive, so it's fun for them. Okay, number 3 is called give one, get one. And this is perfect if students have like a lot of answers that they need to go over, right? You need to check their work, or they have answers that could be differing from one another. So you're going to give one, right? So I got 34 for answer number 2, right? And then my partner says, oh, I got 36, right? And so you give one, you get one, and then you can discuss if the answers are correct or if they're incorrect. And then if they have differing answers, they can discuss which answer is more correct. So this one's really good to lead to that like academic discourse. Activity number 4 is gamifying your lessons or making things into a game. And this like used to really stress me out because I thought I had to do some like big ordeal or big like production, and it really doesn't have to be that way. My students absolutely loved this idea. I put like a hundreds chart up on the board, and then anytime they were on task, they just got to go put their initials in one of the boxes. So like I picked number 64, I would put J on my initials, and then at the end of class I did like a random number generator, and I picked 4 answers, and then those kids got like a dojo point or whatever prize you want to give them. But students stayed really engaged for even just that small little gaming activity. Number 5 is probably my favorite, and this is that you use an activity or a team building game to incentivize your students to get through the work. So I would see like if my students are particularly squirrely that day, like maybe halfway through the lesson, okay guys, if we can get through what we need to get through halfway, we will play this game, and choose a game that they really, really love. And then that really helps motivate them to stay focused throughout the lesson because they have something that they're working towards. And then also it gives them a little brain break in the middle to kind of make it through the second half of class. So those are all the engagement strategies I have. I have a bunch more if you are interested, and of course follow for more morning meeting activities, engagement strategies, and all the teaching things, and drop any comments you have below.